Hi everybody, Lorina here again, doing another video. I moved my business and I went to Tucson and had a lot of stuff going on, so it's been a while since I made videos. So I'm back, re-inspiring myself to do more videos. And I really wanted to think about what am I going to talk about today. And what's been on my mind around all of this stuff. I've been doing a lot of remote viewing classes too. Really fun. I've been doing trans-dimensional mapping. I'm getting pretty good at it. Anyway, and if you don't know about remote viewing, you actually look at a blind target, which means you do not know what you're looking at. And you are given a number, just a random number, and the minute you get the number, you do something called an ideogram, and then you just go with whatever you start getting. And it's really exciting and fun. And the thing that's different about doing remote viewing and, say, regular psychic work, one of the big things is you can work on a target, which is typically what it's called. I'm looking at a target. What do those numbers mean? What is the direction towards that thing that you want information about? You can work on a target, getting psychic information for an hour and a half, and then you can even go back to it again and work on it for another hour. So in most psychic work, when you do psychic work, you do not look at something for that prolonged of a time. So it really helps you dig deeper into the information that you're getting and what does it mean. So it's a really cool thing to learn how to do, and it does help you become more psychic. It truly does. And it's really fun work. And it can be really intimidating because you have no clue. It could be billions of different things that you're looking at. So, doing it, you have to get you get beyond the fear of being wrong. Humans don't like being wrong. I don't know anyone who does. So that's part of it. So that psychology that blocks you around being a good psychic or a remote viewer, you have to work through that. And so it's practice around that. Anyway, really cool stuff. So I'm loving doing that, and I've done a bunch of classes on that. So, and if you know me, you know that's the stuff I love. All right. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about today, that was like a segue. Not really. It was something else. I took a right turn in a different direction. Let's go back. So what I wanted to talk about is manifestation, how to manifest, but also working with breath work, and those stories where I've gotten information about when I've been doing breath work, what I've seen. Also, these clairvoyant visions that I've had about beings walking in and giving me information about how to create, and how do we do this. So it does tie into remote viewing a little bit because it's about focus. And how do you do that? So I first wanted to talk about the story of where I saw, I was doing breath work. And if you go back, and I have a couple of videos on breath work where I talk about this, I literally saw, I was doing breath work, like really intense breath work. I think that was a 45-minute session. And while I was breathing, I'd pop out of my body. And I call this bilocation. I don't know, because the reason why I call it bilocation, because I was still in my body. Part of me was still in my body doing breath work, and I'm sitting up doing breath work, not laying down. But I'm also here, up here, somewhere else in a different dimension where these beings are showing me the structure of the hologram that creates who we are here in this reality and how it manifests through this structure. And they showed me the structure and what it looks like. I am going to do a video on that coming up soon, but It involves a whiteboard. I do have one, but I haven't figured out how to not have it glare glare onto the camera screen. And it's so anyway, there's stuff I have to figure out around it. So that's why I haven't done that. Anyway, so they were showing me the structure of the hologram. And are we really in a hologram? I think that the structure underneath everything is a hologram, and we are projected through it, because this is what I saw. Our energy, our belief systems, and intent, and our focus in reality creates the structure of what we experience, and these bodies, everything. So yes, you can change that. I believe so. Just from what I've seen. And so, and I was sitting in front of somebody after I received this information about how we create our reality through this holographic structure. I did hear at that time, there was a booming voice communicating to me, and it said, yes, 100%, you are what you believe. What you believe creates your reality. So what you believe creates your reality. So we experience what we believe. And I was sitting in front of somebody one day doing a reading for them, and I could actually, she was sitting directly in front of me, and I saw what she believed in coming out through her, and energetically I could see the energy coming out through this structure, and her experiencing, and the way it kind of did this bounce back thing, and she was experiencing everything that she believed in. I saw the energetics of it happening to her while she was talking and while I was doing a reading for her. It was like, so I have seen that. So that's part of my belief system, that this is what this happens. This is how this happens. And it seems pretty accurate to me. I don't know. There's probably more to this story, because there usually is. Anyway, so going to another experience that I had where I saw 12 beings walk into a room. This is in daylight. I see them. And I've talked about this before. I see these beings walk in. They're absolutely stunningly beautiful light beings made of light that's almost, I call them angelic beings at this point, but you know, that changes. Sometimes I decide, well, maybe they're this, maybe they're that. I'm not locked in to what they are. They're these beautiful beings of light. There was, I think, about 10 of them, but I wasn't counting. This was during the day. They came in front of me, and they had this light all around them, and the light was moving, and as the light moved, these beams of light, these colors popped off all around them, looked like little diamonds, and they were slightly different color. Each one was slightly different colors, like one was more blue, one was more pink and yellow and orange. Anyway, so they were slightly different, but they were magnificent beings. One steps down, stands directly in front of me, and says, do you want me to show you how to create? Something like that. It was telepathic communication. That is the message that I received. So I don't know if they were exact words. It's like, do you want me to show you how to create or manifest? And what happened was there was this circle of beams of light all the way around this being, and they were about 3 feet tall, these beams of light that were little, like bars all the way around, and they were different colors. And he said, and it felt like a he to me, like more male energy. He said, this is how you create. And of course he said, yes, yes, please show me. So these beams pop up, bars of light. He does this, like, which one, what do I want here? And he did this, like, oh, where is it? And this is me in the realm of possibility. Which thing do I want? Because he was just showing me that's my way of communicating it. He didn't say that this is possibilities. Yeah. Anyway, so he did this, and it was like, oh, this one, boom. And he connected into that beam of light, this bar of light, And it like, boom, this is it. This is how you create. So I've been giving that a lot of thought. So how do we create? And then going into another short story, an experience that I had where I had been, and this is after all of this stuff, and I'd been doing lots of breath work. I had been meditating. I did some yoga, I did some breath work, and then I meditated, and I went straight into this almost instantly in this meditation, go straight into this state of awareness where it was such a high frequency. And I saw different parts of myself. One, me, Lorina, one kind of, I want to call it the Christ consciousness, so higher realm of me, and then the higher self, the true higher self, which is the all. And I could see it simultaneously. But what I could see was this attention and focus and high frequency that was so incredibly focused, precise, and this state of awareness where you just are. And in that state, there's so much attention and focus in what you want to create, what you want to become, what you want to manifest. It's about holding that state of awareness and just being in it and then bringing it forward. So what does that mean? When you want to create something, you need to know what you want to create. You need to know what you want to bring in and experience in this lifetime. And one of the biggest problems around being able to do this is distraction. We have so much distraction and so many thoughts, this way, that way, pay attention to this, pay attention to that. I mean, we're all over the place with these things. And yes, there's a lot of stuff going on in our outer world. It's a little bit crazy, maybe even more than just a little bit crazy. And so what you have to learn how to do is hold that state and be in it. Learn how to be in it for longer periods of time. And this goes back into focus and remote viewing, where you learn how to hold that state of awareness for a long time. And this is where abilities come in. This is where you can shape and bend your reality to what you want. And it's about vibration and frequency, matching what you want to create, pulling up your frequency level to a certain degree so that you match the resonance of that which you want to create, so that there is resonance and then connection. There's a lot of parts to this that helps you create what you want, but you also can't get so caught up in the desire of the thing that it becomes a trap of trying to get somewhere instead of just experiencing it and pulling it in, and it's there for you. So there's a lot of pieces. But one of the biggest things is learning how to meditate, be in a state of consciousness where you just are, and raise your frequency. Breathwork helps you get rid of some of the stuff that's in the way, like the anxiety or the dross or the mental minutia of everyday life, so that you really can focus on what you want to create, what that is, feel it, be it, instead of reaching out like the carrot, the dangling carrot. Like, it's a good analogy. It's already here. You've connected with it. It's already here. Be it. You are it. It is now. And this could be with anything. It could be health. It could be relationships, love, a career, work, living your life purpose, all of these things. But there is work around it. And the work is staying away from distraction and all the mental chatter. And also what can happen, and this can happen so easily, that if you do not know what you want, you do not know what your path, what you're moving towards, what can happen is somebody else will have a stronger idea of what they want. And so you can get lost in their agenda because they know. And so, and you may be struggling with what you want. And if their agenda, if you're around them a lot, is stronger than yours, you might get pulled off of your path because they know. So, and it may not be deliberate, and it may be, but you can get pulled off what you want quite easily because you need more focus and mental clarity and intention and less distraction. Now, all of these things are really hard to do, but you can do it. We can all do it. And I get lost in stuff too. I'm not different than anyone else. And especially family members may have some really strong family members who are very clear and you're not so clear. So you can get lost in their stuff. It's like, wait a minute, I need to pull back and what am I doing here? I need to figure that out. So one of the most, and I've said this before, the beginning path of creating the life that you want, or changing your life. What do I want to manifest? What do I want to create? What is my intention? And then focus that intention. What do I want? And that can be very difficult because sometimes we have a hard time knowing what we want because of the way we were raised, dominant people in our world, in society, in religion, in the religious structure that we grew up in, that takes you away from who am I, and what do I want? What is my life purpose? What do I want to create? So it can be good to start at what do I want to create, and who am I, and what is my life purpose, and what does that look like, and start exploring that. And get rid of a lot of the mental distractions that pull us off from being empowered. Anyway, I hope I didn't veer off on that. But anyway, so breath work, super important. It will help you move the stuff that's in the way. It helps get rid of mental chatter, but also puts you in a state of clarity that is amazing. So please do, please do breath work. I'll say that over and over again. I've had super amazing experiences doing breath work that are not just, oh, it made me feel good. No, profound information and experiences in breath work. So please do breath work. Meditation. Breath work is going to help you do meditation. Meditation will help you learn how to be in a clear space of mind and hold that place of focus so that you don't get distracted. And sit down and try and figure out what you want. You know, what do you want? What do you want to create in your life? There's so many beautiful things that we can create. And then experience it. Know, and this is hard, know it. This is what I want to create. And then look for that around you, pull that in, and know it. Know that you are going to experience that. Know that it is part of your life now. And put your energy into imagining what that is. Feel it, be it, become it, and it will be drawn to you, and you are it. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I think that's it for now. I hope this inspires you to do some breath work, to do some meditation, and to really look at what you want. Get focused on what you want and create it. It's already there in your field. It's there already. Just connect with it. Anyway, that's it. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.